Okay, we moved up the hill to chat a little bit with Specialist Mark Duche. Why don't you tell our listeners back home, like Fort Carson, Colorado Springs, around the country, just a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how long you've served.
Oh, well, I'm from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I came back in the Army in 2006. I'm actually an old man. I served during the first Gulf War back in 90, 91, 92, etc. Got out for quite a few years and then came back in 06.
Okay. So you've been at Carson the whole time, or what?
Yeah, I went through Fort Knox, Kentucky for my initial re-entry training, and Fort Sam Houston for my medical training, and then been at Fort Carson the rest of the time.
Yeah, I have a brother that did the same thing, my youngest brother, Ted.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he's on my Facebook page. He put stuff on and noticed. He was in the Air Force for 8 years in his younger years, and ran labs after that, sold cars, did all kinds of things, and decided to re-enlist. He's in the Army now. He just got promoted to captain at Fort Benning.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. So, have you been deployed before, or is this your first?
No, this is my second deployment. I've been to Iraq before.
When were you in Iraq?
07, 08.
Were you with 2BCT?
Yes.
I was there with them.
Okay.
I was in Baghdad. You know Major Ryan? He's your PAO there. 2BCT. Colonel Bannister was your battalion.
Yeah, Colonel Bannister, I remember.
Yeah, he kind of wrapped the whole thing up. I was there about 5-6 days, and the last interview I did there was with Colonel Bannister.
Okay.
He kind of put a bigger.
I was on FOB Loyalty.
I was at FOB Loyalty.
Yep.
I'll be darned. I've run into a number of guys. Ariola.
Yep.
Yeah,
Captain
he was there.
Ariola.
I think I interviewed him when I was over there. It's 3 years later. Took me quite a while to get the sponsors, but we got them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So, so you've been here, what, 10, 11 months now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Counting down now.
Yep, counting down. Talk about what it was like when you got here and then some of the progress you've seen.
Well, when we got here, our the unit that replaced us, they did a pretty good job, I guess, but you know, we've done a lot. We've handed out a lot of humanitarian aid and, you know, helped get a lot of projects started in some of these villages. And the road we drove on, for example, it wasn't paved all the way down to the FOB when we first got here, and now it's paved well past the FOB. So, you know, we've done some good progress in this area as far as infrastructure and what have you.
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Forsyth and some others talked about that road, and the sub-governor I interviewed the other day talked about it too. It obviously is making a big difference to the villages.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, some of these people, you know, it takes them forever just to get to basic services, and if we can improve their roads and, you know, their water and what have you, it just makes their quality of life a little better, you know?
Yep. Is this your first time to this village?
Well, we've been in this village many times. This is my first time over on this side of the village, actually overlooking in the valley. But, you know, as you saw, anytime we head south of the FOB, we pretty much have to drive through the village. So
right.
We've been here quite often.
Yeah, Sergeant Riley we were mentioning earlier that in some ways the similarities to what happened in Iraq, and I'm going to go back over later this year and cover the transition like it hasn't been covered, but it starts with what you're doing here. The Afghan National Army doing their own missions, but you're supporting them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's great. I mean, the ANA that are with us are outstanding. I mean, they're motivated. You know, they take a little getting used to, because being in the U.S. Army, we're so used to standards and rules and what have you, and you know, they're obviously a little different in that respect. But when it comes to, you know, walking through the mountains or heaven forbid a firefight or something like that, they're right there. They're good to go.
Cool. So talk about what's happening today, just from your perspective. I did see an Afghan National Army truck or something go up with the flag. Mm-hmm. They're in the village right now, right?
Yes.
What are they doing?
Through, our mission today is basically just strictly in support of them. You know, we have OP set up, and we're in different positions just to help overwatch this valley and the village while they go through and clear it and make sure it's secure.
Part of it is also for them to get to know the people, right?
Exactly, yes, because this particular ANA unit is new to this area. So.
Right, and I'm sure the people would rather see their own countrymen.
Well, absolutely, and I think from you know, an intelligence point of view, I mean, they'll probably get better quality intelligence than us trying to get it through an interpreter, you know?
Absolutely. Okay, so talk a little bit about while you've been here. I know there's a lot of support groups back in America. People doing a great job. How does that work for you as far as care packages? Did you get letters from people you don't know? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten letters from some elementary schools and stuff like that. You know, we've had a couple USO tours come through and some celebrities and stuff. It's kind of nice.
Do you remember their names or?
That's okay. Off the top of my head right now.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. If your memory is as good as mine, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I am an older gentleman, so.
You're not as old as I am. Trust me. You don't look near as old as I am.
I'll be 37 in about 13 days.
And add almost 30 to me. Okay, folks. It's the first time I told almost my age on the air. What does it mean to you when you get these care packages? Because we got a lot of new troops coming over now. There's many of them been deployed 2 or 3 or 4 times, but some of them for the first time. And, you know, people back in America, we want to encourage them to keep this up and even accelerate it, supporting you all. What does it mean when you get the care packages? You got the cards or drawings from schools.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's if nothing else, it's a good feeling to know that somebody else besides your immediate family actually cares about what you're doing and where you are, you know?
Yep. Okay, well, here we are. And what's the name of this town again?
This is Nangaresh.
Nangaresh. Okay, we're sitting here on the side of a mountain in Nangaresh. Would you like to say hi to your family and friends?
I would.
Absolutely. Just look at the camera and talk as much as you want. Say hi to them.
All right, well, my wife knows I'm not a man of too many words, but hey, babe, I love you. Love the kids, and I'll see you in about 30 days or so.
Yep, great. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time. I know you need to get back on duty here and keep observing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep. Once again, folks, we're sitting here with the 277 out of Fort Carson as they are backing up the Afghan National Army while they're going into the village here and, you know, making sure there's nothing in the village, shouldn't be there, illegal weapons or anything like that, kind of clearing the village, but also getting to know the people. And it's very, very encouraging to me. I know it has to be to a lot of you watching this because this is what we wanted to hear. You know, we want to know that we're not going to have to be here forever, you know. And this is definitely setting the stage for that to be the case where we don't have to come back. And so, once again, this is Bob Calvert on TalkingWithHeroes.com. And I want to kind of turn the camera around here a little bit and see if anybody can see me. I don't know if they can see me or not, but if you can see me, we're running out of this tape, so I want to ask you all to, and I don't think I really have to ask anymore, but for the new people that are watching this for the first time, if you can let other people know about this, I have a little phrase I've been coining, watch and share. Watch the videos that we bring back from our troops in Afghanistan. This is not for me. This is not to promote me. It's the least thing I want. I'm too old for that kind of stuff. This is not to promote my talk show. This is to promote what you just heard. This is to promote what you're seeing here on these videos and let the American people know there is in fact progress. And they can see it. They can witness it because we're bringing you all right into the people of Afghanistan, the communities, and right with our troops. So let's get this out to millions of people. And we have a lot more we're going to be doing here, a lot more exciting things planned. And so we'll be back with more on TalkingWithHeroes.com, broadcasting from Afghanistan.